start with a new lesson, I quickly want to recap what you know already. We learned about annuities. Let's say it lies in the account for 2 years. If you make a payment at the end of every month, it will look like that. And which formula do we use? F. If you make an immediate payment, it looks like that, but you also have 1 year. What will happen then? Yes, this makes N one more. Now today, we are going to learn about making payments in advance. It means that, let's say I receive my telecom bill, and it says it must be paid by 31st of May. Then I go to my computer and I immediately pay it. So I don't wait until the end of the month to pay it. I pay it a little bit in advance. So if I tell you that the payments are in advance, it means it's actually a little bit earlier than it should be. Right. So what happens then is the following. Let's look at our first example. In order to supplement his state pension after retirement, the school teacher, aged 30, takes out a retirement annuity. He makes monthly payments of 1,000 rand, so my X is 1,000, into a fund, and the payment starts immediately. What do you know then?
N plus 1.
N plus 1, and we start at T0. The payments are made in advance, so that means it should be made at the end of the month, but we pay a little bit earlier, okay? Which means that the last payment of 1,000 rand, so that one, is actually paid here. Okay? And then all this money lies in that account for a month. Okay, you understand? So, the last payment of 1,000 is made 1 month before the annuity pays out. The interest rate is 12% per annum, compounded monthly, and you have to calculate the annuity's value in 25 years' time. So we start with our timeline. Always draw your timeline. Don't think that you can spot read and know what to do. Draw your timeline. Okay. My timeline looks like this. It is 25 years and it's compounded monthly, so it's 25 times 12, 300 payments or 300 time periods. And on the last time period, the annuity pays out. I tell you that the payments start immediately. So the first one is at T0. And then we have 1,000 each time. But because we pay in advance, it means that this last one is actually here, the last payment. So all this money lies in the account for a month, earning interest. Now we need to work out our N value. So it's the last payment's number, 299, minus the first payment's number, 0, plus 1. So N in the F formula is 300. Are you all with me? Okay. Now first ignore open. Let's look at our future payment formula. The N in that future payment formula is the N that we calculated here. And now you see something different. We have another bracket. This bracket means that the money lies there for another month. And in that month, nothing was deposited, nothing was withdrawn. So it's normal happen applied in that one. So it's a normal happen. And for how long was that? 1 month. Therefore, it's a 1 day. When you do your summary at the side, remember when they talk about future payments or payments in advance, you always have two ends. The first one is the one that you calculate. The second one is the term that it lies in rest.
When can I ask for the up and on, on the second end, why didn't you times it by 12 instead of 1? Since we're using normal up and
Because it's 1 month, it's not 1 year.
but no, since it's compounded
Monthly, how many months does it lie? 1. If I say it lied there for another year, then it was 1 times 12. Okay.
But if it's for, like, for example, 3 months,
then you write 3. Then it lies there for 3 months. Okay, let's say the unit, N's unit, is months. So for how long does it lie there? 1 unit, 1 month. If it lies there for 2 years, it's 2 times 12, 24 units, 24 months. Are you with me?
because I know in other calculations, when we just did up and they gave us months, you had to convert the months into years and then do it over the how it's compounded. So why don't
If
we
it
do that?
wasn't compounded monthly, if it was only compounded yearly, then you turn the months into years. But in this case, it's compounded monthly. Therefore, everything must be turned into months. Okay. Let's look at example 2. A father decides to start a savings plan for his baby daughter. On opening the account, he immediately deposits 2,000 rand into the account. What does that mean? T0 gets an amount and it's N plus 1. And he continues to make monthly payments at the end of each month, thereafter for a period of 16 years. The interest rate remains fixed at 15% per annum compounded monthly. How much money will be accumulated at the end of the 16th year? Alright, you draw your timeline. 16 years have 192 months, and we start at time 0. There's an immediate deposit, therefore at time 0 we have our first 2,000. Then he deposits at the end of every month up until the end. So now we need to work out N. It's 192 minus 0 plus 1. So there was 193 deposits. Why don't I have 1 year that there is no deposit and it doesn't lie there for a certain time period? It didn't say like that, yes. It wasn't stated like that in the question. So it's a normal F.
you get months for a payment.
No, you don't get marks for timelines, but it helps you tremendously. So my N is 193 and it's a normal F. The only thing that changes was the N. The next question. At the end of the 16-year period, the dad leaves the money in the account for a further year. So how many months is that? 12 months. How much money will then have been accumulated? Okay, so there's my timeline. The first 16 years we did already there at the top. And we got 1.5 million rand. So that is there. Now this money lies there for a year. Are there any extra payments into the account? No. Did we withdraw something? No. So is it F? No, it's upper. Therefore, because there's no regular deposits or withdrawals, regular deposits, we use upper. Substitute everything in. Remember, N is 12 months, so N is 12, and you get your A. But we could have done this in a shorter formula on the next page. If you combine, or wait, let me ask you this. Where did this come from? This 1.5 million, where did that come from? F. So you can use this whole F formula in the place of 1.5. That's what they did here. The whole F formula is there, and then they added the bracket. Okay, can you see? And then you can only type in everything and get your answer. If this confuses you, do it separately. Okay, that's my lesson. Any questions? Can you see that finances is actually very easy, but we catch you out if you don't read carefully. Your homework for tomorrow, for Saturday and Sunday and Monday morning. Yes. Exercise 3, page 14, number 1 to 6.